Yes, 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 my people. We're here. We're live. It's the transfer show. Don't even get a chance to check my phone, man. Tony, we got to put an extra 5 seconds on there. If you know me, in them normal gaps, I'm normally putting something in my mouth. Look, I got my Haribo ready. I can't even get him in
So your
that
lunch,
five
is it?
second. Yeah. No, is how you keeping though, bro? You all right?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad.
Yeah,
Busy, but
yeah.
yeah.
I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. And I haven't seen you since that defeat to Forest. How you feeling since then?
I'm cool, man. I'm chill about it now. I must admit.
Yeah,
Um, it just shows that we need to sort out this midfield situation, really, doesn't it?
definitely, definitely. Are you surprised we
Yeah.
haven't got further in these talks with a player? Because I am. I thought we'd have had something wrapped up by today.
Yeah, wait. I think it's obvious that we really want to get hold of Guimaraes, but I think the problem is Leon are going to play hardball, and
Mm,
that point won't happen to the summer. So we'll be looking at
yeah,
loan options. Like yesterday, we mentioned Aaron Ramsey.
yeah.
Um, how do you feel about that? Because obviously, I did that on my own.
Do you know what? Like, I liked Ramsey as a player, and I'm not saying I'm against getting older players in. Like, I think if we used to get Wijnaldum, I'd take him. But I don't know about the Ramsey one. Like,
I mean,
I'll
even
take
even if
him.
it's just
He's better than what we got. But
address the situation now, because he's not going to feature, is he? Like, he's not going to be
nah.
our main feature in the field. But like, say against Forest, would you have been happy enough to see him in?
Ah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
you
I
would have.
think, do you
You
know,
know what I mean?
this is my bias. Sometimes everyone always wants something new, isn't it? Like something new and exciting. But actually, he might be the right player because again, Xhaka has been playing pretty well. So him and Partey probably are our starting midfield partnership. And Ramsey coming off the bench as a goal scoring midfielder, if we need a goal, is probably not a bad option. Um, he offers something different than the other players we linked with. I think all the other players are more based at the midfield, get on the ball and play, which we do need. Don't get me wrong, because there is better than Xhaka out there. But it's less that element of how do we ever turn a game round when we're getting beat. Like we saw
Yeah.
on Sunday, we brought on Kolasinac and played him
And
right back for
apparently,
the
he
last
was
5 minutes.
actually one of the midfield options. That's why he was on the
Really?
bench.
Oh
Apparently,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah. See what I mean? So actually, yeah, I think we just need some numbers in there. I think we need two in there, if I'm honest. Um, because even when El Nene and those guys are back, are they really that impressive? So if we was to get a Ramsey and Wijnaldum or one of them two, and then another like a base midfielder, someone like
Mm.
a Arthur or Gamirez we've been linked with, then yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all.
Nah, no, I
So
agree with you.
so today, Tuesday, I was expecting something to be a bit more further forward, but it seems like not much progress has been made, but we are obviously linked with players. But let's do a person leaving first. Florian Balogun. He has joined Middlesbrough on loan. I believe he had COVID before.
Yeah, I think he has agreed. Everyone's agreed. I think it's just a fact of he's got COVID.
Yeah,
So it's delayed his medical, but it's pretty much a done deal.
yeah. So it could work out really well in our favour because he didn't play in the FA Cup,
No,
and I'm sure Borough. Who did they draw?
Premier League team.
They did. Was it
Man
Tottenham or
United, wasn't it?
no? It was United. Yeah, it was United. They drew.
Yeah.
So Balogun to score the win against United. That would be absolutely amazing. So let's hope. We can hope. We can hope. But yeah, any thoughts on that loan deal? Right
I'm all
move.
for it. I think we spoke about it last week when you did your sell loan thing,
Mm,
and I think we all agreed that he has to go out on loan,
yeah,
and to a championship side as well. Obviously, Middlesbrough have been a championship side. Middlesbrough have usually been a team. I don't know if you've ever kept an eye on Middlesbrough, but they always seem to lack in front of goal. So
mm,
it would be interesting to see how he does that. I think he'll be a main feature for him for the remainder of the
yeah,
season. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he does there. So
mm,
obviously, I will be keeping a closer eye on Middlesbrough now and on Balogun, and
yeah,
let's see if he hits the ground running, and let's see if he does score. I think it's at Old Trafford as well, so
yeah.
that would be good.
That'd be decent. And what do you reckon would be a good return for him? Like obviously, Championship have a few more games. They're probably halfway through their season, so they normally play. How many? They've got 22 teams in the league, don't they?
24,
24. Yeah, it might be. I think it's 24. Um,
yeah, 24 teams. They've played. Middlesbrough themselves have played 25 already.
so they're about
So you
halfway,
play,
just over halfway.
yeah.
So just say he's got 20 games left. What would you expect numbers wise would be a good return for him
10
if
goals would be
United
brilliant.
always starts? Yeah,
If he starts all of them, 10 goals would be brilliant, especially in that league.
yeah, it's not easy.
Um, maybe a bag full of assists, like 4 or 5 assists.
Yeah,
Depends how they play him. Depends how they play him. If he's going to be a poacher, then yeah, 10 goals. I'll be happy with that.
yeah. I think if he can get something between 12 to 15 goal involvements, that'd
Yeah.
be a good. I think that'd be a good
Yeah,
return.
100%.
And yeah, and again, I think then next year, I still wouldn't think he will then should come into our team. I think then next year, you then look for a loan again, but it may be a Premiership loan
Newly
or
promoted
like
side, something
yeah,
like that.
something like that. One
Or
of those type of
Bournemouth.
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, fingers crossed and good luck to him. Obviously, we are all going to follow his story. We do. I think most of us agree there is a player in there. It's now just about him taking this opportunity and progressing and learning and developing. And hopefully, when the time's right, he'll come back to Arsenal, a better player and ready
He
to
couldn't
attack
go
the
any
Premier
further
League.
north, could he?
Yeah, he's gonna have to acclimatise to that winter. Oh God, good luck to him. Yeah, players in. Obviously, the Vlahovic talks will not die. And again, I was on Twitter earlier, and Arsenal Twitter's going crazy. Why are we trying to go
Going
for him if
nuts.
he doesn't want to be for an Arsenal, doesn't want to play for Arsenal, blah, 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 losing their
Has he actually
marbles.
said that?
He hasn't said anything. Obviously, there was talk he turned down a bid in October we came in from originally. Again, we was in probably in a bad situation then. Um, However, this one hasn't been shut down. But also, this is just part of the game. I remember me and King went mad one time when the Smith Rowe talk to Aston Villa came out, and he's like, "Why didn't he come out and said anything?" Blah blah blah. And I'm like, King, just relax. He's going to stay at Arsenal. It's just agents playing their games.
He
Um,
was stressed though, Willie King,
yeah,
before the
he,
bin
yeah,
though.
that Villa bid had him stressed. But his agents will do what agents do. So his agent might come out and say these things like, oh, he wants to go to a bigger club, but all that is just to bring the finances up for his player and for himself as well. So I think the fact we're still talking with Fiorentina means he hasn't categorically said he's not coming to Arsenal. I think what's in his favour, I think where teams are looking at, oh, if Fiorentina, why wouldn't he come Arsenal? I think he knows he's probably got big clubs waiting in the summer. So
Yeah.
actually, it's not a case of Fiorentina or Arsenal. I think if that was the choice, he then picks Arsenal. But I think it's a choice of it would it be Fiorentina, Arsenal, Bayern Munich, or Real Madrid, or do you know what I mean? So PSG might come in. You never know. So, but I'm hoping this will get done.
It,
Um,
it, it depends how we sell it to him.
yeah,
Sell the project to him. And he might listen, he might sit there and have a conversation with Edu or Arteta, and they'll explain to him, this is the plan, this is what we want to do, and you're going to be obviously the key part of it. And he might
mm,
sit there and go, do you know what? And these are offering me more what Juventus can give me.
yeah,
Maybe, if you look at the City, you could look for Haaland or someone, Real Madrid looking at Mbappe.
mm,
Maybe here is the right place for me, especially if we do. I think we're in a key position right now to qualify in the Champions League.
yeah,
Like he's only young as well, so
yeah.
what if
He's
he
got
goes
time on
after
his
me?
side. But
That's
yeah,
what I
he doesn't
mean.
need to make the big move just yet. Like he can
Yeah,
just take his
exactly.
time with
Like
it.
even if we get Europa League, I mean that's good enough for him as well. Like,
Mm,
all right, if I could showcase myself in Europa League, maybe we could win the Europa League, finish in a higher position in the league the next season, and then I'll be the reason why we got into the Champions League. I
yeah,
might look at it
yeah,
like that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think. How much do we believe that Arsenal are willing to pay more than 83 million euros for him?
The best thing is, it seems like we're going big for this one. So again, I don't know if we go 83 mil. Well, I think they're trying to throw Torreira in to bring that down to 60, 65. But so I think, yeah, I reckon 70 million euros, maybe with Torreira gets that done.
Yeah, I
Um,
believe. I believe I reckon the two clubs have probably have agreed and gone. Yeah, do you know what? That's a good deal. But it is
yeah,
down to player and agent. I mean, these days it's all down to the agents. So
mm,
it's probably more the agent than it is the player. People often
yeah,
just reading into it too much and hearing a bit of hearsay, and that's you don't
yeah.
want to go off by that.
No, definitely not, definitely not. But regardless what happens, it's encouraging to see us going for one of the top prospects. And
He's so
again,
good.
yeah, and putting that money down in January, like fair play. If we get it done, the talk is Kroenke's that authorise it to say if that's what it's going to cost them, that's not a problem.
Well, it's not like we haven't
They've
done it
got it there.
before. We did it with Bamiyang,
Mm.
So
And we have probably made a lot of savings in Arteta's time of clearing some of them wages. We really, do you know what I mean? From where we were, there's a lot of fringe players who weren't good enough who were still at the club, and we've got rid of a lot of that. So hopefully we can get it done. So yeah, Vlahovic story's not going. We're
it's good
hoping.
news though.
So
You're going all
yeah,
month.
I think this will drag on a bit. I don't think this is the position where we need something urgently. So I think we can play a bit of a longer
Unless
game with this
Lacazette gets
one.
injured.
Yeah, that's when you're now panicking. But yeah, I think
And
the
with
main one
Balogun
is
gone as
centre
well.
mid. Yeah, I think the main one's centre mid now. Oh, yeah. So what we linked with Wijnaldum, Arthur, Renato Sanchez has appeared again today. But where's your head at? What do you think is going to happen in that department?
If we're looking at loans, I think the safer option would be Ronaldo,
Mm.
because you know what he can do. He only left in the summer, didn't he?
Yeah. He's only been
So
gone 6 months.
it won't be no. We don't have to worry about the timing of him adjusting to the Premier League. We need someone in there now. When we said this, we definitely need
Yeah.
someone in there, and I think he'd do a job. Because again, he might not even be a main feature when everyone comes back.
Mm.
And I honestly think that this Grammar, if we are serious about Grammarish, I think we'll go for a loan and we'll try and work on Leon until the summer.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think, yeah, I think it would be a loan. And I think I agree with you 100%. I think Wijnaldum's ticks all the boxes. Um,
Just hope he's not tempted by Newcastle, former club and all that.
that's the thing, isn't it? But from what they're saying, PSG want to sell the player, but Arsenal only want a loan. So that's where Newcastle might get the one up on us. But again, this is teams just trying to bargain to get what's best for them, isn't it? So who knows? Who knows? But hopefully we get someone in pretty soonish. Any other links that you've heard of?
I haven't heard anything else yet. To be honest with you, I've only just come back home. I've been out this morning, so
Yeah.
I'm not really in tune on what's going on. I had a quick look before I come on, but I didn't really see anything other than what we discussed. Just quickly back on to Vlahovic and the Balogun thing. Does it make you think the fact that Balogun's gone on loan and all this Vlahovic talk is still going?
No, do you know? I don't think the Balogun one is. I think he was always going to go because he hasn't featured. But I do think we are heavily in for a strike. I think the Aubameyang one is more that's kind of made me think, yeah, we're going to go for a striker because there's no talk of kind of him reintegrating into the team.
No.
He definitely could have been put into a setup before he went away, and they let him go on holiday early. Do you know, or not holiday, but he was in Dubai before he went to
Yeah.
Africa. So whereas you saw Mane and those guys left straight from, was it Mane and Mendy was on the same plane, left the Chelsea Liverpool match,
Yeah,
left
yeah,
together,
yeah.
got straight on a private plane and straight over to Africa, whereas Aubameyang was already in Dubai. So we almost let him have a bit of extra time off before he even went. So I think he's not going to come back in. And I think that's why I do think we're going to go heavy for that striker. I really do.
Would it upset you if we get to the 31st of January, whenever the window shuts, and we haven't signed a midfielder and we haven't signed a striker? How much would that upset you?
Yeah, that would
I'm
frustrate
thinking
me.
more long term about the whole
Yeah.
situation. I think those two we need to buy now, especially striker with Lacazette and Nketiah's contracts going up. We don't know what's
Mm.
happening with them yet. So then, if we did have Vlahovic in, or even Isak or David, anyone like that
Yeah.
in January, then we can go out again in the summer and get another striker.
Yeah.
You know, it needs to be done. We won't be able to sign two strikers in one window.
No. It needs to be done. Again, just to give that, if you get Calvert Lewin in the summer, then it's not as bad because at least he knows the Prem a bit better. But I think if you're bringing in Vlahovic or Isaac, give them 6 months with Lacazette around, where you know what I mean, they
Yeah.
can kind of settle into the league. You're not overly reliant on them because come summer and the next new season, then they are our main man. So yeah, we need to
Look
get
at
something done.
Odegaard.
But I do, yeah. But I do think midfield is the. It's funny because midfield right now is the big area, but then come 31st, if Partey's back and
Party back, and
Elneny's
even
back, all of a
Elneny.
sudden, then you're thinking, oh, actually, we don't really need someone as desperate for that. So yeah, But for me now, we need to get that midfield because I'm thinking Liverpool and Tottenham. If we haven't got a midfielder in by then, the only other option really is do we play Ben White in midfield and play Holden centre back? But I suppose we can get onto that conversation in 5 minutes' time. So,
True.
guys, hold on. DWTT's in the building. He's saying morning,
Stay with
Silver
us.
Fox and Gumza. Stay with us. We're gonna have a quick little 3 minute break, and we'll be back with the preview show. So, yeah, it's a lot coming on today. Nigerian Englishman's son better than the Carabao Cup match, Edward. I think he's referring to one of the striker options we're talking about. Don't let Gunner King hear you say that because he's a big advocate for Edward. So yeah, so that's our transfer roundup today. It's not really much coming out, but sometimes no news is good news. It could be they're working really hard behind the scenes quietly to get something done. So fingers crossed. Hopefully, we have something to
This will be
report
my last
tomorrow.
appearance on the
Oh,
transfer
it
shows
is.
for a couple of weeks. So
It is, isn't it?
hopefully,
I'm going to take
by the
over the
time I
reign.
come back,
We have
hopefully,
about 5 signings or something crazy
yeah,
like
well,
that.
we'll have the two that we wanted. Hopefully,
Yeah, definitely. Right. On that note, we're out of here for today.
we'll see you
Um,
for the preview.
but we're going to see you in about 3 minutes because we have got the preview show coming up shortly, and then hopefully this evening we will be seeing Gunslingers as well. So, Mr. Silver Fox, I'll see you in about 3 minutes, brother.
See you on the other side.